Stand over here by Mary.
No, we want it.
Oh, you want Mary?
Yeah. I'm talking to my cousin Terri Sigler, and she's a glass artist. I want to first ask you about this massive operation you do over here. Take me on a tour of this.
Okay.
Because I know you actually had to learn to weld and all that just to build this, to support your glass hobby.
Just to support my addiction.
Yeah.
Well, this is the furnace, and inside it it's a 100-pound pot. And what I do is I take sand and limestone, put it in the pot, and ramp the furnace up to 2,375 degrees. It takes about 8 hours to ramp up, and it takes the sand and limestone about 8 hours to soak at that temperature before it's molten like honey. And then about another 8 hours to ramp back down to operating temperature. For me, operating temperature is 2,000 degrees.
Okay. Funny, me too.
You too. So that's the furnace, and then this is the glory hole.
Yep.
And the glory hole is like a torch in a box, and what it does is it continues to make the glass molten after we manipulate it. So I go back and forth between the bench and with tools. I manipulate the piece. I can use blocks to shape it. And even newspaper. So glass blowing at the furnace is called offhand, since you don't actually get to touch the glass. And then I go back to the furnace, the glory hole, make the glass molten again, shape it, go back and forth. And when I feel like the piece is complete, then I put it in the annealer. And this is my annealer. My next project is to build a really big annealer. But what the annealer does is it soaks the glass so that the molecules become one. And a well-annealed piece is a piece of glass that can drop on your floor, your wooden floor, and bounce a couple times. In fact, today we had one that bounced on the floor 3-5 times and still didn't crack.
That's nice.
So, so that's pretty much the process.
But I just want to go back to the fact that you had to learn everything just to build. I mean, this isn't coming a kit or anything.
No, it didn't come in a kit. And what happened was my husband gave me a glass blowing class for Christmas. And I went to the class resistantly because he had already paid for it, couldn't get a refund. So I had to go forward with the class. And by day 2, I was on the internet trying to figure out where I could go glass blowing in Asheville.
Yeah.
I had a hard time trying to find a place, and in the meantime I had become very addicted, and I realized that I couldn't afford it, and the only way I was going to get over that hurdle was to build it myself. So, you know, I grabbed some books, I hired an electric coach, and read and asked a lot of questions and made a lot of mistakes, some expensive, some not so expensive. I feel like I have like a mini MBA.
Yeah.
I don't know what that initial should be behind Glass Blowing Studio.
Yeah.
But the outcome is that I feel like I own it, in that if something breaks, I have the confidence to repair it, and I don't have to call in an expensive repairman. Yeah. Now, mind you, I do bring in consultants because I'm smart enough to know what I don't know, and so forth. But
yeah. I mean, you learned not only electrical, but you had to learn welding to build all this framework.
I had to learn welding, electrical, you know, how to, oh gosh, I can't remember the part now, but that pot, that 100-pound pot has to be lifted out. So I had to figure out, you know, how do I lift the pot out of the top of the furnace and repair it and then put it back in. So, you know, pretty much whatever needs to be done, I can figure out a way to do it.
Well, awesome job, Terri. I got some footage of you guys making an ornament earlier, so I'll use that too. Thanks.